what's cooking good looking? I am Mila Clark Buckley, the Hangry Woman, and today I am walking through a very cool appliance, one that I've been using in my kitchen a ton. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's very cool. It's called the Almond Cow Almond Milk Maker. It does make more than just almond milk, so you can make nut milks in here of like any kind. You can make oat milk in it. You can really do a lot. It's like a very versatile machine. It's very cool. Comes in these two parts. It has this pitcher. It has this, which is like the actual milk maker that kind of plugs into here, and I'll demo it for you in just a second. And it also normally has like a little catch basin, but in the hustle and bustle of my kitchen, I kind of lost that. So I just use a measuring cup to collect any of the extra almond milk. So I'm going to show you how this all works and basically the fun of it. Before we get started, I'm gonna grab a bowl because I want you to be able to see the pulp that's kind of like, that comes out of the fiber of the almonds once you extract the milk and you make the milk. And then I also want like a little scooper so I can scoop it out and actually show it to you. All right, bowl and spatula retrieved. So let's get to this. You're going to start out with 6 cups of water. I went ahead and pre-measured it. It's right here in my basin already. The basin is plugged in, so it's ready to go. All we have to do is like actually get the almond milk together. You can use a half cup of soaked nuts. You can soak the nuts overnight and they will plump up and they get a little bit softer to grind. Or you can use 1 whole cup of fresh nuts, which is what I'm going to do. So I'll pour my fresh nuts into my measuring cup. We're gonna get 1 cup in there. Set this aside. Make sure it's a little over 1 cup. It's a little higher, so I'm just gonna take a few nuts out. I've noticed that my hand scoop is about 1/4 cup, so that always helps me. You'll take the topper and this part separates, so you give it a little twist. This bottom part will come off and then you'll see your little blade here. You can set this aside and pour your nuts in. This also has little measuring notches on the inside, so if you don't want to have a separate bowl or a separate cup to measure, you can actually just pour your almond straight in. The little notches will tell you how full it is. Then you're gonna take your blade part and you're gonna kind of tilt it so that the almonds are in at a diagonal angle. Ooh, I lost one in there. And then you're just gonna work the little blade until it gets perpendicular, and then you can close it. It takes a couple tries to get it. That's actually the easiest I've ever gotten it before. You'll take it and you'll put it into the Almond Cow milk maker. So you'll set it into the water. Then you'll see a little green light at the top that tells you that it's ready to mix. And once it's ready to go, you turn it on. It's gonna keep going. One more time. And there it goes. So it'll blink when it's going, and then it'll give you a solid green light when it's done. So it's done in here. Sometimes I do a second round of it just to make sure that I've extracted all of the possible almond milk that I can, but one pass is good enough, and I just showed it to you in real time. So we're gonna take it out and I'm gonna show you like homemade almond milk. I think something that's interesting to note about this is that you literally have almond milk ready to go. So if you wanted to drink this, you could. Also, if you want to add anything into it, like sometimes I'll add Himalayan sea salt because it helps preserve it a little longer. Sometimes I'll add dates to it as a natural sweetener. You can add honey if you'd like, straight into the basin. You can add vanilla, like the sky's the limit. You can flavor it however you want. I like to make it plain at first if I'm not going to make like a whole batch to drink or to do whatever I'm doing with, like sometimes I'll make chia pudding with it, stuff like that. But what I really appreciate about this is that I can make it plain and then I can add in any flavorings that I want, or I can add in any flavorings at the beginning and then I know that that batch is for a specific purpose. I like to use my almond milk for all sorts of different things, so I make it as plain as possible and then sweeten and flavor as I go for my specific purposes. Okay, so now is reveal time. We're gonna get it out. So what you do is you just pull it off just like you put it on, and you can see that there's like some nice foam on there, and then I'm just gonna stick it into this little compartment here. This little I guess my little Pyrex. It's gonna continue to drip out, so it's gonna get more of that like almond milk out of there. It's just gonna continue to drip in there, and then I'll actually show you what's in there as well because it's very interesting. Something to note is that the Almond Cow milk maker does come with a little container that you can put the strainer into after you're finished making the actual almond milk. Like I said before, I just happened to lose mine because the hustle and bustle of my kitchen, the fact that I have like 1,000 kitchen appliances, things get lost. So unfortunately I lost that piece of it. I will put like a little picture up here if I can find one so that you can see what that looks like, but it literally does this same thing, and it basically lets gravity do its thing and gets you a little bit of extra almond milk. So we do have a ton of almond milk in here. I'm going to unplug my machine, and then literally it's like, I wish I could show you guys without spilling it. I don't know, there might be a better way to do this. But literally, it's frothy. It's frothy, it's creamy. It looks so, so good. It has a nice foam on top, and it's probably more than you actually expected. So let me move this out of the way because I want to be able to show you my nice pour of almond milk. I got this container from Almond Cow as well. I love keeping my almond milk in it, and like look at how, ooh, spilling, got some spillage there. Look how creamy and like so thick this looks. And you can make it even creamier by using less milk, less water, so you don't have to use an entire 6 cups of water. You can use, I think the minimum is like 4 cups and still get this similar result. So I spilled a little bit. Let me, oh yeah, I only spilled a tiny bit. That's a first. Okay, so let me clean this up just a little bit. But you can see it makes thick and creamy almond milk, and I did that in what, like a minute? No time at all. So we're just gonna put this back here, and then I'm gonna set this aside really quick because I want to show you, it's like so amazing. Okay, I wanna show you something else because there is a second something that comes with this. So, you know, obviously this is still draining a little bit, but let me do this the right way. You can take off the strainer, take out the little blade, and I'll just set it aside here. And this gets a little bit messy, but you can squeeze out even more almond milk to be able to pour back into the container, which I like to do. But then we also have this pulp from our almond milk. And what's great about the pulp is that you can also use it for all kinds of different things. You can bake with it. So it's basically like almond meal, but it is a wetter consistency. So it's great for baking. You can throw it in some yogurt for extra fiber, mix it with some chia seeds for like a good chia pudding. There's so much you can do with it, but you can press out even more, as you can see I'm doing here, press out more of that almond milk and just get as much as you can. And you might not get like a ton of extra, but it's nice to have that extra little press, extra concentration of flavor. So then, move that out of the way, and then you can store this into an airtight container and use it for whatever you want. Re-add some almond milk to it to hydrate it a little bit. You can eat this with some like cinnamon, chia seeds, a little bit of yogurt. It's pretty delicious. All right, so I got like I don't know, looks like about 1/3 cup of extra almond milk. Ooh, that would have been bad. Take the lid off first. So I can just pour that right back in here. And that's just a little bit extra to add to my yield. But as you can see, the Almond Cow milk maker makes it super easy to make almond milk. And especially if you do this all the time, or you drink almond milk all the time, it takes literally a few minutes to make your own. This for us is about a week's worth of almond milk. So this is pretty good. We'll use it in pretty much everything. We'll drink it. We'll use it in like chia pudding. We'll use it in baking. I say we, but I will. And it's just really easy to make your own almond milk at home. The starter set with everything that you need to be able to make your own almond milk at home is about $2.79 at this time. However, the Almond Cow by itself, just the machine, no almonds, no, I think they send you like coconut flakes, they send you oats. It runs at $195. I will say this has more than paid for itself over time. Almond milk is about like $4 a carton. We make our own every week. We yield more than what's in a carton, and we actually drink it and use it. So I think that it's absolutely worth the price and the cost, especially if you drink tons of almond milk and it's kind of like one of your sources of nutrients. I will also say it is so easy to clean. My advice is to clean it as soon as you used it. So go ahead and rinse it with warm water, scrub it out. You just need like a little dot of soap to be able to rinse it, and it's all good to go. It's very easy to clean as long as you do it right after you've used it, when everything is fresh and nothing has caked on yet. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope that it was helpful to show you how to use the Almond Cow. I hope this video helps you see how to use the Almond Cow and decide if it's something that fits into your life. I do have a link below, so if you want to purchase one, feel free to use that link. And I want to know how it goes with your Almond Cow, so be sure to leave a comment later down the line to let me know if you really ended up loving this and if it was something that you enjoyed purchasing. Thanks for stopping by and watching my channel. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and like it so I know that you enjoyed the content that I'm putting out. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.